Welcome back to Tungsten Tales. I'm still with Steve Brown. Our new little feature, Road to the Palace. We've picked a few names to start off with for us to have a look at and weigh up their chances of lifting the World Championships this year. First name we've come up with, Dimitri Van den Bergh. What do you think about him, Steve?
I watched him play a few weeks ago on TV. Really impressed. Not just, he's come on leaps and bounds over the last 18 months. A lot of that, I think, is down to the PDC putting on these European tours, which is great for him to play in front of thousands of people, streamed as well. So I think that's another great breeding ground the PDC have created for these players and gives them a confidence when they are on TV. It's not, the first time I played on TV, I had no experience whatsoever of playing in front of big crowds, letting in the TV cameras.
Who did you make your debut against in the World Championships? I can't remember.
Some chancer called Chris Mason, but yeah, he turned me over. But no, so I do think that for Dimitri, I watched him play the other day against Barneveld.
Yes.
And it was his throw, but it's not just his throw, his temperament that I found that, he started off blinding, I think 3-1 up, 4-1 up.
200 plus averages in his first two round matches. And
just when young players might get a bit ahead of themselves and start throwing a bit faster, thinking, I'm playing really well on TV here, he sort of kept his calm, and his temperament I thought was fantastic. So he's definitely one to look out for.
Yep. Another player we've been having a look at, more of an obvious one this, Rob Cross. Massive success this year, earned over £200,000 on the Order of Merit rankings, and definitely one who is a serious contender. I think he's priced up at around 10 to 1 at some places, which is remarkable. What chances do you give him?
I think, he's a bit of a floater in a draw as well, because he's not really heavily seeded, so he's definitely a player that nobody wants to play against.
Still ranked outside the top 20 in the Order of Merit,
exactly.
So he could potentially draw, top 32 can draw anybody.
But he could end up in a Michael van Gerwen first round, second round, sorry. But so I think for Rob, he's definitely a player nobody wants to play. He's full of confidence, like you said. He's not really sort of been bashed up yet on TV.
No,
so he's
not damaged goods like the rest of us. That's what he's trying to say.
So he's free rolling, as we mentioned earlier. So he sees everything as an opportunity. So definitely a player to watch out for.
Another young player that I've been impressed with. This took him a little while. Another player who made his debut, I think, in the UK Open against myself, unfortunately, and he lost again. A good friend of ours, Joe Cullen.
Yes. Now, people in the game know Joe's been around for probably 5 or 6 years, doing well and claiming scalps early on. But in the last couple of years, he seems to have gone up. His temperament's changed. I think he walks around with a bit of a swagger now. He's not afraid to beat people. So again, he's another dangerous player that nobody's going to want to play first round.
I think he's done what we did. Although we didn't beat everybody during that whole magical week, 9 days, 2 weeks of a World Championship, there's not a player he hasn't beaten.
No,
at some stage, not. And he's starting to beat them not just the once, the twice. He's starting to get over on a few players now, and that's giving him that extra ability-wise. I don't think it's up for debate. I like his throw. It's smooth. It's that modern day throw of they don't really aim anymore. It's just that
there's not a lot can go wrong with his throw, is there?
No.
So no.
And if you haven't seen it, the impressions he does of all the players, it's on YouTube somewhere. Well worth a look.
Yeah, he's a good watch, Joe. And again, he's another lad full of confidence, a bit arrogant, you could say.
I think you need that. I think you need a little bit of arrogance. If you don't believe in yourself, then it's a lonely old place up there if you haven't got that little edge.
Of course it is. In all individual sports, you've got to have that self-belief, and cause you're on your own up there, aren't you? So, but I think with Joe, again, if he's playing one of these players that are on the other side of the hill, if you like, they're going to really feel that and feel his arrogance.
A Barneveld or someone like that.
So again, a tough
James
draw.
Wade,
Lewis.
Yeah. They don't want to draw him first round. Last but not least, in this little section, Gerwyn Price. What's your opinion on that man?
Again, he's one of the. We mentioned changing the guard. We keep saying it, but I think Gerwyn's. He doesn't care, does he? He looks the part. He's aggressive on the hockey. He controls his space. I see the dartboard as a bit of a boxing ring, if you like.
Yeah.
Without the ropes. So, but he controls it well. You're definitely. It's almost like he makes players feel like they're part of his movie. So he's
I do. I like, and for a player that's been playing at this level for such a short time, he looks like he belongs there. And I've seen him practice and spent a bit of time, watching him at close quarters. And there's a lot more to come. You've probably seen more of him than I have, as you've still been playing the tour when he sort of broke on the scene. I think he's going to be dangerous. I love that confidence. Again, I think it's a good level of arrogance. I know the celebrations, as we've spoken about, Cabby really rattles their feathers.
Yeah,
they don't like it. I suppose if it's when I used to play, I had it the wrong way round. I was watching Phil play last night, and he's very meticulous about where he positions his dart stuff on the table on stage. And I was terrible. I used to move things or put my glass in front of his, you know, and I used to think that would upset him. It did, but in the wrong way, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, I think again that changing of the guard, what we spoke of, the next generation, these new breed of players, they're uber confident. They're arrogant. They have everything. They feel they've got no fear because they've not been damaged yet. And long may that continue.
Yeah, reputations mean nothing nowadays today. I mean, all these kids, 16, 17-year-old kids, you know, they're putting 35 averages in. So again, you know, in my day, Phil, Dennis Priestley, you know, all these massive reputations. When you play them, it was you know, your heart would beat a little bit faster. And I think nowadays, just reputations are out the window, and everyone's at a level now. Everyone can compete.
Nice one, Steve. Thanks very much, pal.
Cheers, mate.
See you soon.
Okay.